Hi guys, my name is Luke Paglione. We're here at Lime Rock for GRIDLIFE Circuit Legends. And I'm here with my 1996 Acuity Integra. This is a wide-body Jace front end. I have KONIG Hypergram 17x10s on the front, and we run the Falken RT660s for this class. So it's a spec tire class. Homemade splitter, nothing crazy. Vented hood. Underneath the hood we have a K24 swap. It's stock internals for this class, and then the transmission that we're running is a K20Z 3 trans, which is out of a Honda Civic Si, and that's paired up with a 5.0 final drive and a mixture of our own gears, as well as a Momentum LSD. So we're using a Skunk 2 intake manifold, Koyo Rad. Unit 2 makes these beautiful titanium intakes, and also DC2. Everything with this car is pretty much K-tuned. K-tuned is one of our sponsors. So we have K-tuned fuel rail and fuel system. We run an AEM fuel pump and IED injectors. The Hasport motor mount kit, just an OEM sway bar, kingpin control arms and suspension. And we're also on the Fortunato 520 Club Sports. We also do run the PCI 5-inch side skirts all the way to the back. We're running a PCI swan mount kit with a WingLogic. The wing is less drag, more downforce. Very beneficial in a class like this because we're underpowered a little bit. Also, all PCI as well as Hone Development's roll correction kit on the front and rear. We're running their gusset kit, so their rear trailing arms are actually supported by their gusset kit, which is nice. Well, we're running a 17-inch wheel front and rear. They are 17x8 in the rear, and then we have a 17x10 up front, which is quite the aggressive setup on these cars. Golden era Hondas were never meant to have a massive 17x10-inch wheel on it, so it's pretty interesting to make all that stuff fit. But love the wheels, super lightweight. I'm not nice to them when I'm out on track, so we beat them up, and I've never had a single problem whatsoever with them. So we're running a 225 in the rear, and then a 255 up front, which is our max tire allowance for this class. So we are running a Type R Acuity shifter. One of my favorite parts. It's just one of the best pieces in the car. Pretty much everybody at the top of our class is running them. The car is actually running on a FuelTech FT550. That's again new to this year, gives us a little bit more inputs and gives a little bit more tunability with the car. We're actually running an e-power steering, electric steering, which is all on the rack, which is really nice. You don't have hydraulic lines. So we're still able to run a manual steering rack, which in the event of any type of failure of the system, you're still able to drive the car without hydraulic fluid spewing everywhere or having those sort of problems. It feels great. This was the first time I've ever had it on track, and every change that we've made this year has been, everything feels so good. You know, you do have a little bit of loss, but the nice thing is you're able to hit your lines without having to think, oh, I really got to work the wheel in order to get to that point. You know what I mean? So when you're pointing, you're kind of going where you're going. And when you have to have quick hands, you don't have to worry about using all your upper body strength to do that. So I got into GRIDLIFE last year. I actually started building the car a couple of years, like right when ClubTR started coming out. Didn't get out the first season. And that first season was kind of the entry level. And then the next year, the cars just exploded as far as the class was concerned. It just became so popular, and then the development of the cars also just got crazy. So what I started out doing wasn't going to work. I had to kind of go back to the drawing board. So last year was the first year where the car I thought was in good competition mode. I found out the hard way it was not. So it was a learning experience. This brings out the best drivers in the country, which is awesome. All right guys, thank you so much for coming and checking out my car. I want to give a shout out to K-Tuned for helping me get everything on the car that they pretty much offer. We threw the catalog at it. Fortunato, they've always been such a help when it comes to setting up the suspension. KONIG, of course, for setting me up with the beautiful wheels. We have the double stagger, we have the reverse staggered on it, and the Hypergrams are just one of my favorite wheels altogether. So, and if you guys want to follow, you can check me out at Jersey_Boost on Instagram, and that's where I post most of my stuff. Take care, guys.